Good morning, Prince George. I just love the view from the Cutbanks and how the sun rises and hits the entire valley, offering many different colors throughout the seasons. I think I'll paint the Cutbanks today. I've already decided which colors that I'm going to use. My sky is going to be a cobalt blue and a indigo, and I've wet the entire sky area. You'll see some pencil lines. That's just my drawing for a little bit of the Cutbanks shape, and from memory, because now we've gone into winter and I'm thinking about last spring, and just kind of some of the colors. I've tested a few colors up top, and I know that I'm going to have Indian yellow and nickel azo and some greens, undersea green, and a few other interesting colors. My sky, I try to kind of keep it in a V formation for extra drama. So you're seeing a lot of wispy lines head in, but the ultimate display of this will be slight V formation into the sky. Just using a little bit of paper towel to blot out some more clouds for extra drama. And then after I do that, I'll check my colors and blow dry it. I'm going to continue to do the water. Waters are typically reflection of the sky, and I want to go easy on this because less is often more in watercolor painting, and I'm just doing a quick one which is nice and loose. So I'm using the same colors I used in the sky and just whipping it around in a lot of zigzags. Watercolors typically dry 25% lighter than when you cut them down, so if you think your color's too bold, just wait and it will tone itself back down. Okay, I'm mixing up a little bit of undersea green with some cobalt blue, just to kind of get a muted background for our mountains back there. And then I'm going to drop in a little bit of Indian yellow, which is going to add some color variation. And I'm going to drop in some more dark greens because it looks flat, it's just all one color, so variation of color is super important. And yeah, it's super fun. I'm getting some raw sienna. I'm trying to keep it light because I want the sandbanks to be fairly bright, like there is some sun coming from the other direction and it's giving them that color. And I've got the raw sienna, a little bit of Venetian red, nickel azo yellow, and I'm just carving down the slope of the mountain with my flat brush. I'm keeping it with the way that the sand would come down the banks. Always keep your brush strokes going the way that the actual subject matter is typically, because it is about carving it out. And just hitting it with some burnt umber, and there might be a touch of undersea green in there as well, just keeping some extra little darks in there as they migrate down. Okay, it's time for a bunch of happy trees. I'm using a rigger brush and I'm going to pull up and just make some squiggly lines that are going to resemble some trees off in the distance. I'm using indigo, and I will also put in some undersea green into it. And yeah, just up all the way over. Lots of trees, different heights, different widths. These are super duper tiny, that's why I'm using this rigger. And yeah, it should give the full-on effect that our tree-lined cutbanks is there. And I'm going to put just a few impressions of trees on the cutbanks. I don't like to do too many, even though there are more trees along the cutbanks upper edges, because it just gets busy in this image, and I'm trying to keep it fairly loose here. I'm just going to start working on the lower trees along the pulp mill road, and that is in Indian yellow with the undersea green. And I'm just cruising down here. I'm kind of keeping these ones lighter because I want the ones up in the distance, up the hill, to be darker. And then these ones will be sort of a lighter yellow-green. I will pop a little bit of dark indigo into there later. And then migrate through. Trees, as they go further away into the distance, get smaller, so I try to keep those ones on that end quite a bit smaller than this end. And then, yeah, the horizon line nice and flat. I'll clean those up later too. just going to work on the island. So same thing with the island that I did in the distance trees, although I'm trying to variate my colors so that these ones just are a little bit darker. They're kind of coming forward. Got my opportunity here to just put some more green up there. I used a lot of indigo, and I'm just kind of thinking we've got green in all these other spots. I need more green up on my Cutbanks, so I'm just adding that in quickly here. And I'm just going to put in a bush on the side, so bushes. I make sure, again, lots of different colors, yellows, greens, indigos in here, touching a little bit of the cobalt that's in there as well, and it's just sporadic marks, so I'm just really making sure that, you know, this bush is just made up a bunch of squiggles and squiggles, and bring it right up, and then I'll put another little bush in beside this one because it's looking too oval and not organic enough. And that's pretty much it. This one took me about half an hour, and I kind of quickened the video so that you didn't have to watch half an hour of it. But that is a really loose, quick, relatively simple watercolor painting of the Nechako Cutbanks. So have a great day, everyone, and happy Sunday.